the issues of parenting and like how you rear your kids, how strict are you going to. You got one voice that says this is how I think it should happen, and then you have the other who's wrong. Buenos dias and good afternoon. Welcome to the Diff Family Vlog. We got work. We got work. Like, this is why I sold my house, so I didn't have to do work. But here I am. I did other work earlier today, cleaning that up. You see all that? That was up there, and now that looks mildly better, but it's blooming. So really what it comes down to is, now that that is cleaned up, now it's time to put the lights up so that at night we can have a nice little veranda of sorts to hang out and get some fresh air when we're not hanging out with Auntie Wendy and Uncle Randy, and just have our own little space. Perfect. She said perfect. That's just how I do it. You know how I was saying that I don't expect life to be relaxing and just about enjoyment and all that. Forget all that stuff that I said, because right now I don't want to be doing this. I want to just be sitting down, playing with my kids, working maybe on some vlogs, because that's super relaxing for me. But give me some relaxation right now, instead of this. Son of a bucket. You know where they get that from? And mama. You don't do something, you lost your turn. No, don't do that. Don't worry, I'm gonna edit this stuff out. You know, maybe I will leave that in there. I don't know. Sometimes dealing with the issues of parenting and like how you rear your kids, how strict are you going to, how tough are you gonna be? Like, you got one voice that says this is how I think it should happen, and then you have the other who's wrong. I try to say this, do this, and then the wrong person goes, let's do this. It's not always the easiest thing, and I would suggest that before you get married, talk about those things, because if you don't, then it's going to be a rude awakening when you have that first kid and you have never talked. No, we actually had some of that discussion. That doesn't solve all the problems, because even when you get married, you still have that. But at least you have that basis. And we're not even talking about spanking. Like one of my social media acquaintances, Beleaf in Fatherhood, he just talked recently about a little bit more about spanking and stuff like that.
Just doing this. I told him, I said, buddy, you have to be careful because your sister's right there. I'm just looking at him like, you could get touched. I don't want to touch you. I hear this. He kicked his baby sister in the head, right in the back of the head, right under the little ledge. You know what I'm saying? I look at Uriah, and I tried to hold back all the ghetto. I tried to hold back everything inside of me that said, annihilate him.
You know, I'm not even talking about that. Like, I'm not beyond that. But what I'm talking about is, like, how do you, like, as my kids are getting older, that's not the end all be all solve all. Like, there are different things, different punishments for different crimes. You know what I'm saying? Just a conversation that you continually have with your spouse.
Right.
Walk away from there, okay?
To make sure that you're two becoming one, not two remaining two. You know, because when the two parents aren't on the same page and one parent does something to the kids that the other parent, you ever seen those parents, somebody might be like, well, settle down, lady, and be like, what, you talking about my kids? And don't tell me how to. I actually just saw that in this British show yesterday. And so she headbutted the old lady. She headbutted the old lady. I mean, don't mess with my kids. They're my kids. But then you have two people that they say those are my kids, and if they're not on the same page, well, hopefully nobody's getting headbutted. But I mean, you gotta work that stuff out. This is like Cars. That's what it is. Shaboom, shaboom, shala la 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 la, shaboom, shaboom. What happened? we got that, and we got that. Take 2. Take 3. Life could be a dream. Life could be. Take 4. Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream.
If I could take you up in tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Life could be a dream.
We have been. We've been working on his reading. What are you getting tonight?
A treat because I read sessions of reading of 20 minutes. And I just read these 2 books.
All by himself. And he's
Instead
making great.
Instead of this one.
You're doing a great job, little one. So what are we gonna? What's the treat tonight?
A slushie from. Was it? I'm choosing it because I think there's a new slushie.
A new flavor? We've been working hard to make sure that these kids spend enough time reading. This kid,
I read a lot.
you do?
Mhm.
What else do you do a lot?
Play video games.
Not as much as you would think, but more than I would want. But I have to remember that at his age, I was
I have never
doing
been up
old-timey video games, you know. Dominic's his reading, you know, he was slower to the game than AJ. Just the two are different. Reading, it just took him longer. And, you know, at first it was like, oh, wait a minute. And then it was like, wait. He's on track. He's doing good. And now, in like the last month and a half, he's just been blowing up. Like, just been doing it and going faster. I think he was comparing himself. We weren't doing that. We were really encouraging him. But I think he was comparing himself and going, well, I'm not going to try. But now that he's getting it, he's just going in, jumping in both feet, and he's doing it. And as a reminder to the parents, whether it's one kid or 2 kids, don't worry about comparing them to each other, comparing yours to the neighbor or to their classmates. Albert Einstein didn't even talk or read or something until he was 5. I don't know what it is. I have a friend who he didn't learn how to read until he was 13 years old. And now by his late 20s, he just got his doctorate. Don't worry about putting pressure on your kids. Encourage them, sit with them, read with them, invest that time with them. But don't worry about it. They're going to get it. And the less you put in the pressure on you, the less you put the pressure on the kids, and the more you just enjoy that time and enjoy that investment, the better off you're going to be. Where are we going and why?
We're gonna go to Taco Bell and get a slushie.
What do you think?
Nice.
What do you want to be for Halloween?
I don't know. Power Ranger.
All right, we got a Power Ranger and 2 Bumblebees.
No!
Well, you said you didn't know, so I know. So yeah, Kelly, she's still not feeling the best, but Target is having some sale today, and we're just gonna take a look at the best things that we have. But you know, because normally we're doing this at the end of the season, right before Halloween. It's not even that time yet, and then they're already setting up.
I'm gonna get that so
I'm just confused. Back to the idea of Halloween things is when I was young, we used to make our own things, and I didn't ask my parents if that was because of money or because of whatever. But one thing that I realize is that it's just a lot of time to do that kind of stuff. We can spend our time doing that, but try and find a good deal. But I mean,
this comes with the
spending like 3 days and stuff. Maybe I'll spend 3 days doing something else with them. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Do you make your own costumes? Do you buy them? Do you use hand-me-downs? I don't. You.
My fruit candy is right here.
So that was a pretty fun day. I think that this looks pretty good. Maybe I'll start recording out here a little bit more often instead of being stuck in the middle of that. So thank you for watching the vlog. I hope you enjoyed our day. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I haven't done it yet, but I have a 300 subscriber celebration to figure out, because we hit 300 subscribers and that means it is time for a thank you giveaway. So stay tuned for that.
Is on my mind. If you do what I want you to, baby, we'd be so far. Oh, life ain't a ding dong. If I could take you up in boom boom boom, tell me I'm the only one that you know. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.